Hello, everyone. Thanks for being here. Hello, hello.
Hello.
And please welcome, welcome to the Tarot of Oneness deck casual.
Long awaited.
The long awaited.
My precious.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am joined by Ritchie, Longman Tarot.
Hi, thank you for having me on here.
Of
I have
course.
to figure out which way my fingers go. That way.
And Jaime, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path.
Me. Poke. Ow.
Ow. I'm Tarot Stash.
The dude.
The dude. And I have to do one other thing. Okay, there we go. I'm just like going. Some of the stuff that I was doing wasn't working, so it's crazy. So, yes, we're talking about the Tarot of Oneness. This is a deck casual. I have all sorts of notes. Jaime and Ritchie also have notes and things like that. So this will be delightful. Well, yeah.
Okay, I can see them in your head, Ritchie. It's all right. I see the compartment.
I can pull them out. I need them.
Well, I can too, but it's sort of funny. It's sort of funny. So, here, I'm going to embiggen myself just for a second.
Oh,
Nice. Oh, look at that. Zane. It's an homage.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Oh, sweet. It's ridiculous. That's wonderful. He looks like is it the Pillsbury Doughboy dude with his little mustache and his eyes?
Yeah.
Could be.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
Maybe Santa Claus, Saint Nick, whatever.
Yes. So I am so glad everybody is here. Please remember to like and subscribe. This is simulcasting on Longman Tarot and Tarot Stash. Please show your support. This is for entertainment purposes only. Do not make decisions based upon what we say. Seek professional assistance. And we are here to show, not to sell. Know your limits. Purchase responsibly. Tell Robyn Gerald sent you or Tarot Stash sent you. That will get you absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
He'll probably upsell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got lots. I see there's a whole bunch of stuff going on in the chat. So let's say hi to some of the best chatters, shall we? The best chatters. All right. Harley is here. Hello, Harley.
Hi, Harley.
Kaylee, Fogo Pogo.
Yeah, she's schooling me on. Yes, I know. It's possible. I can see his face. It's okay. I'll figure it out. Go. You'll see.
You know what's going on, Ritchie?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But it's fun.
Okay, yes. Beth is here. Aspasia Rising. And okay. Nice conversation. Best chatters. Elsbeth, good to see you. Zane, Tarot Token Witchery. Orshi is here. Hello, Orshi. Doing some work. Orshi's work lurking.
She's work lurking.
Thanks.
Bless her.
Work lurking. Boo. Marsh 54, good to see you. And okay. Philippia Shalcrass. Good evening.
Hi, Philippa.
Is that Jennifer?
No, Philippa.
Philippa. Yes,
Philippa.
thank you. So, yes.
Philippa. Is that Jennifer? Nope. It's Philippa.
It's Philippa.
Hershey is here. Hershey was on your channel last
She
Friday.
had a lovely time. It's the first time Hershey's been on Longman Tarot, so it was lovely to just have a catch up. And then we did some really amazing readings and got some fantastic feedback. So do catch that. It's on the channel playback from Friday.
Yes. Are you thinking the Pringles guy?
Yeah, actually, yes. There we go. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Maria is receiving abundance is here. Hello, Maria. It's okay, Jaime. And
I was just saying, she's on my wavelength. She got me.
she
I'm
got
good.
you.
Thank you.
Rossi is here.
Hi,
Hi,
Rossi.
Rossi.
And okay. McGrill is here. Good to see you. Sagar is here. Hello. Donna Nelson. And okay, just saying hi to all the chatters. Kristen is here. Hello and good morning, everyone.
Kristen.
Hi-de-ho.
And so all of the links are below. And so if you want to follow Ritchie, which you should.
Thank you.
You should. If you want to follow Jaime, you could.
You should.
And you should. If you want to follow me, I appreciate it. But the links are below also to find out about Robyn's website related to the Tarot of Oneness, so that you can actually do that thing where you know your limits and purchase responsibly. So, and Beth is saying Groucho Marx.
Sure, it's a good one.
So, and I will actually tell you, by the way, there is a part 2 of this.
Yes.
There's a part 2 which happens in a week, and Robyn will be joining us at the same time.
That's the creator of the deck.
Yes, and Robyn was not available today, and because spoiler alert, because this is such a good and engaging deck, we're going to have 2 shows worth to talk about.
Yeah.
So if Robyn is watching this, hello, thank you for creating this deck.
Yes.
And so that's wonderful. Okay. I have not.
Hi, Sandra.
Sandra
Hi,
is
Sandra.
here. Good to see you. And Kaylee just subbed.
Oh,
Thank you.
That's sweet. Okay, so how did each of us come across this deck?
I don't remember. I know that I pointed it out to you.
I know how I came
remember.
across it.
was it something to do with me by any chance?
Maybe, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I stumbled upon this little beauty Kickstarter, and as soon as I started using it, I think I've used it pretty much on every live, and particularly every live reading that Gerald and I have done. And I've always said you'd have to prize it out my cold dead hands, this deck, because it's going down with me. Yeah. So it's probably me. I've influenced you there, Gerald, for a good influence. I think it's a good influence. Don't hold it against me.
I'm going to hold it against you so hard you're going to actually beg for me to stop squeezing you so tightly so you can breathe. So, and Sandra says it's a lovely deck. I do enjoy it. Beth said I first saw it on Lisa Pepez's channel, I think. Then Ritchie fell in love with it. And Rossi is like, I got it because of Ritchie.
Oh, look at these people I've influenced.
So,
happens.
Yes, it happens. So
it does.
Yeah, Gerald and I did the Kickstarter together.
No, we didn't.
Didn't we?
No. We have a second edition.
Oh, fair enough.
Pre-order, so I pre-ordered it and made you wait for almost a year to get it for your birthday from 2022.
Yes.
So, see, Ritchie, Jamie's not the only one, or that
you're not the only one, Ritchie.
Stuff. You're not the only one. So,
I've just stopped giving him crap about it.
Yeah.
Sort of. I just wish my cup and.
I wasn't sure where that was going. Keep it PG. Well, we got to end the stream now if I have to keep it PG.
Bye-bye.
Kristen said, I think I found it through Lisa Pepez. I must admit to loving it, but have not really used it. So glad you were doing this. I'm flipping through it again now. Very, very good. And also, and just to say, There is a new mini version of this, which I do not have. So, and yeah, 9 minutes. It took 9 minutes for me to drag this down into the sewer. But we're not talking about this because what we're talking about is the Tarot of Oneness. So I did a flip through on my channel, which goes through and talks about all of the cards. And I'm going to do this because here's the box. It is a magnetic box, which I really like. It has a ribbon, and you can tell that Robyn is a great designer. But look on the inside of that box.
Cute.
Is that not the cutest freaking thing ever?
I love him.
I mean,
Or
I
her.
think the only thing that would make that cuter would be to put a mustache on it.
Lord.
So,
Yep, that'd be it.
Yep, that would be totally it. So anyhow, it is so cute. It is so cute. Nance at Star and Flurry does a walkthrough of the mini.
Oh,
So
good to know.
Sandy Johnson said, I love smaller tarot decks. I am a fan of those as well.
Yes, he is. He tried to kite my Pooh Bear one.
Well, that's 12 minutes in.
so,
The deck also comes with the little white book is 188 pages, so it's not really a little white book. It does have full, it has color illustrations, keywords, reverse keywords, and then information about the cards. So, and each card is pretty much gets 2 pages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Minor and major.
Yes.
So
an adequate amount.
Yes.
Yes, and a very adequate amount. So I'm going to run down my list of things to share about it.
Okay.
Can I share one thing?
You can share 3 things if you want, but not 2.
I didn't get to show Ritchie before, but this is, you were talking about the pouch. This is the bag that I have that actually fits the box too. So it makes me happy.
The problem with that, Jamie, is I would need 2 of those pouches. Because I've actually, this is one of the only decks I've got 2 copies of.
That's true, but these are affordable.
Okay.
And they're well made.
I'll have to do that. Jamie said so.
Jamie made me do it. Yeah. And
is that Kath Kitson, did you say? On the pouch.
What's that?
Is it Kath Kitson? Did I see on the back of it?
Oh, it says Moonlit Fae.
Oh, Moonlight Fae. Sorry, I caught it. I thought like Kath Kitson. Send me the link. Send me the link, please, and I will see what I can do.
Well, and I have to say, for decks like this, I like to keep them in the box because the box is so nice.
Yes.
So, and Kristen, we agree with you. Jamie, your hair looks amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, Ritchie, you have the Kickstarter edition, the first edition, or
I have the first edition, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and the second, right?
And the second, yes. No, there's no difference between them.
No. So there's that. It does have the nice little ribbon. There's that. The card size is 7 centimeters by 12 centimeters, or 2.5 by 3 3/4, and 4 3/4. And Ritchie is doing the same thing that I like to do, which is it is the size of a traditional tarot. So there's that. The card stock is a 350 GSM.
It's good.
Can
I just say the card stock is good?
It is. One of the things I have, shuffleability. My word for that is glorious.
And
And
absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then it is. It has a matte peach color edging.
So pretty.
It is
Now,
so pretty.
I can tell you something about this. on the first edition for the backers, we were given a choice over what color we would like to have the deck edged with, which was really, really nice as well to have that option. I didn't vote for this one, I have to be honest. I didn't vote for this color, but I really appreciate it now that it's done, and I think it works beautifully.
Well, and what you can't see on camera is that there's shimmer to it. There's a little bit of sparkle to it. It's so pretty, and it comes across kind of tan, and it's not tan.
It's
definitely peach.
It's peach. It's a light peach.
Yes. So, and here are the backs. It is reversible. The cards are borderless. The images are borderless. So I would also say, if people have questions that they want us to make sure that we ask Robyn, the creator, please type them in chat so that I can make sure that I capture them. I also want to remind you that links are below. We are here to share, not to sell. Know your limits, purchase responsibly. I personally find it a very affordable deck.
Yeah.
It's not a mass market price. No. And I also like how she says on the Etsy store that she is in Canada, so you'll either be shipped it from China at a distribution house or Canada, whichever one is less expensive for you. So, and Fran at Tarot and the Scorpio said, "Hello, I love this deck. I backed it on Kickstarter. I'm a diehard RWS devotee, but this deck is always out on my desk. I love the court cards. They are titled so well. I love it." So, and Sandy, we're actually not doing readings today. We're talking about this amazing deck. So I'm going to take a sip because I have been going. Brrr.
I just took one.
But Sandy, we are doing readings on Friday if you want to join in.
Yes, we are.
Do a plug for Long Snatch there.
Of course. Yes, very good. Notes that I have are there is some renaming of the couple of the major arcana cards. The Hanged Man, number 12, is called Perspective. Death is titled Death/Rebirth. And Judgment is retitled Awakening.
Yeah.
Strength is 8. Justice is number 11. And the court cards naming is different. Yeah. And I love it. Robyn knocked it out of the park on this one, and I would just say, well done. Well done. The pages are called Inspiration. The knights are Action. The queens are Spirit, and the kings are Embodiment. So Inspiration, Action, Spirit, and Embodiment.
Brilliant.
Yes. And there are 84 cards total. There are extra cards. I'm going to show the extra cards, okay?
Yeah.
So there are 2 lovers cards. So we have one with a figure that appears male and one with a figure that appears female. Here's my question. Do you have both of these in your deck? Or did you pick one? Which one are you using?
Me. I have the male.
Okay.
But I have, if I was doing a reading for somebody else and they particularly wanted it swapped over, I would do that.
Yeah. Jaime, you have them both in the deck?
I do.
Yeah. I actually look at these as divine masculine and divine feminine. So, look who's here. Oh, yes, Sandra, I agree. It's really good that the shipping will be cheaper option for you. Yep. Sandy's loving the deck. Sandy, you will see it on Friday, probably, for Long Stash.
Yeah.
Chris, Elemental Cartomancy, is here. Good to see you.
Yes.
And Jonathan Daly is here. Hi, Jonathan. Good to see you. So, And Jonathan also has both in his deck. Here's the perspective card, the Hanged Man. We have Death and Rebirth. One of the nice things about these cards is there's not a lot of glare. So this is Awakening. So the extra cards, the first one is Higher Self. The next one is Life Force Energy. And I want to draw your attention to the web there, which is great.
Weird. Yeah.
Oneness, which reminds us of the back of the card.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's quite beautiful. The Present Moment, and Synchronicity. Now, the reason you see me holding my hand and my finger exactly here is because I do numerology with my cards. I have actually defaced the cards, or I have personalized them, and I have put the number of them so that I know which number they are related, listed in the book.
Perfect.
So, and I was perfectly comfortable with that. There you go. Jaime, would you please elaborate on the cardstock, My Delicate Hands, says Beth.
Sure. So, Beth, you know that my hands are usually or my wrists are usually generally done. So I think that once this is shuffled a lot, it won't be an issue to shuffle the whole deck at the same time, but I break it into thirds, and I do 2 together, then I set and split again and do 2 together. That's how I shuffle it. And then I do overhand. So I don't actually split the deck and shuffle. I can, but I choose not to, just because it needs to be broken in for sure. But it's doable.
Yeah.
It's lovely. It's lovely.
Yeah. And
it's not sticky.
No, it's not. How do you shuffle it, Ritchie?
Overhand. I don't riffle shuffle it because it's too precious.
Aww.
Yeah.
So
no, I always the cardstock. I think it would be quite difficult again to bend if you had half of them here. I would find that difficult. So it's always a overhand shuffle on these ones.
Yeah.
Well, my tiny hands actually we riffle shuffle them. So
you manage it. Well done.
Yes, and Sagar, we will be doing readings on Friday at this time, so join us here. Pia's Eclectic Life is here, and Work Lurking. So okay, so because this is a deck where the perspective is different, there's no people per se, no faces.
No.
I didn't do the faces of directions that people are doing. And so we're going to now get into our favorite cards, and we're going to start with Ritchie because he's the one, and we can appreciate Ritchie for introducing us to this deck.
This is so hard because pretty much every card is my favorite, but what I have done is I've pulled out cards that not only I love but think gives me an extra couple of layers to an interpretation.
Yeah.
And the cards that I've generally pulled out are the ones that I often get a bit sticky about with general RWS meanings behind it. So the first one I have pulled out, and someone's already mentioned it, is the Five of Wands. See if we can get that lined up.
Beth mentioned it.
Yeah.
Sorry, my camera's not
set up. I've got it.
This thing. Oh, brilliant. What I love about this card, firstly, I just love the fact that this wolf is facing you. And I find a lot of these illustrations in these cards, you suddenly go, oh, that's nice. And then a second or so later, something else then clicks in and you can actually understand it from a slightly different perspective. And this is a good one. You know, the Five of Wands, traditionally, it's those people with their wands having a bit of a game, having a bit of a fight. And I've always gone, it's always about that moment when you're on a balance where everything nicely could suddenly turn on a knife edge and go not so well. Yeah. This has that echo because I get the impression if you're walking through the countryside and you come up against this wolf, and this wolf, as you can see, is out to protect its family that are behind it, and they are fighting, and there's that general thing, but it's generally that moment where you have two choices. You can either back off and calm stuff down, or you can continue and you can make a situation worse. And I get a lot more meaning out of this than with the traditional Five of Wands.
Yeah. That's beautiful, Ritchie. That's great. And so, Robyn, see what you did. You created the great deck to add layers.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. Jaime, what do you have?
I have the Nine of Pentacles as my first one to show. And why? Why?
Why?
Can you
Why,
tell me
Jaime?
why? Come on, kids in the chat. Can you tell me why the Nine of Pentacles would be my favorite card? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? There is yes, Beth. Underneath the birdhouse, there is a little snail. There is a snail in this card. It was not forgotten. And I love that.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, woohoo!
There you go. Yeah, Beth is like snail, Sandra's birdie, Rossi's no people, and then Jonathan.
And all of those are valid.
Yep.
Those are valid.
Yes, all of those are valid. And then
Yeah.
Sandra's like going, oh, the snail.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's
there
the
you
first
go.
thing I look for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have to imagine it there. I didn't have to imagine it this time.
There you go. Teresa Haldarian has come in. Thank you for being here. Would you say that's a bluebird? It has
or
blue
Robyn.
on it.
It's got a red. No, the Robyn has the red down below. Maybe bluebird. That's a good choice.
So, and Beth is like, I want a dog on my Fool, a snail on my Nine of Pentacles, and a cat on my Queen of Wands, Jaime. And
Wow.
Kristen said, when I saw the Eight of Pentacles, made me think of you, Jaime.
I'm going to look right now because I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. I can see why. Fair. I dig it. Yep.
Okay. Anything else you want to add about this?
No, it's delightful.
Okay. Well, I was just asking. My first card, and because I have them all set up. I love this. I love it. I'm rather fond of this. It's in yours too, Jaime.
Mm-hmm.
There is a playfulness about this and the perspective of being an empress rather than the action of being an empress and tending to the child.
Well, and it has the symbolism. It has the pomegranate still. It has, you know, it has all the things. If that is what you need, right? It's there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't need it, but others may, you know.
Yeah. And love the elephant. And this just in, yes, it is a bluebird.
There we go, Beth.
And don't make me do it.
Jane, don't you start. There's 2 against 1. Now we have 3 against 1.
Jane the Seeker's birthday. You can go over to Jane the Seeker, her About You, and you can figure out how to donate money to her, PayPal her money so she can get this delicious deck. So
the rest of you in chat, this is not directed at you. Purchase responsibly, know your limits. We're not here to sell. Go do it, Jane. Come on. Join the train. Come on.
You'll thank us.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait a minute, Jane. Jaime and I recently got the Mystical Tarot of the Saints.
Because of
Payback.
whom? Mm?
Payback. So anyhow, I would have a hard time picking favorites because I love the whole deck.
It's difficult.
And the elephant is cute and it's beautiful. And Chris wants to know, is the Eight of Pentacles using the F word?
No. Well, it could, though, because of what's involved. It could be every other word.
Yeah. Yes, it is a powerful card. So I love this one. It makes me happy for all of the right reasons. So, all right. And wait a minute, y'all. I don't think this deck is available on Etsy. What do you mean it's not available on Etsy? Yes, it is. It was there, like, okay, well.
Listen to him. What do you mean?
What do you mean? Excuse me, I'm going to go look.
I haven't bought all of them up. Surely not.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Richie, do you have another one?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Okay.
Beth means I can't find it on Etsy, and I will take care of that. So feel free. Go ahead, Ritchie.
One moment, please.
Well, in no particular order, I've gone for the Two of Swords.
Yes.
Because I always have a problem with this card in the general meaning. Whenever it comes up, I'm like, oh, what the hell, love? Drop those swords and take the blindfold off. You know, I have a real issue with the
traditional meaning. So atmospheric. I love this card.
Love this too.
Really sums up for me that idea of choice. Of it's got a real dark edge to it because of that light under it feels a bit like an old hotel vibe that's going on here, or perhaps something like that. You've got the two black feathers there, and the feathers often represent swords in this suit. So it's quite dark, but you've got this wonderful light, and you've got that blue or green choice because the keys are actually hanging up in between the door. Hopefully people can see that on Gerald's card there. And the doors look so similar, and it's just that light that's a difference. And both those colors are wonderful illuminating colors, but you do wonder what is going on behind those doors. So for me, it's that opportunity. Yes, you can step forward, but what choice are you going to make? Because you can't make both of them.
So can I tell a funny story with this card?
Hold on just a second. Hold on. The shop is taking a short break. It's a short break. So, and Liberal Linda is saying it's a short break. So I would encourage you to, and Robyn will be back. I would encourage you to like each of those things, like the shop, because then you can find it. So, okay, what were you going to say, Jaime? Thank you.
So when I finally got this deck for my birthday, when it arrived, I did a flip through, right? And I looked at this card, and I wasn't looking at the top, and I'm like, why do we have a card of bathroom doors? And then I stopped, and I was like, oh, this is kind of rad. I love the choice. And then I thought about the Matrix, right? And that kind of thing. But I will admit that every time I see this, I think of a European bathroom. Sorry.
It's okay.
Is that because our bathrooms don't have massive gaps in the door? Is that what you're saying? You mean we have privacy, but we need to? Yeah, okay.
We'll go with it.
And okay, you definitely like them both. And by the way, Nancy Crone's intuition is here. I don't know if I said hello to Nancy. All right, Jaime, you are up.
Oh, I am. Let's see, of the massive amount of cards I have in my
hand.
I'm going to go with the 10 of Swords.
Oh, good choice.
This card, so I always look for the 9 and 10 because I believe differently than the RWS, and that it's not, I don't have to have swords stabbing into things. This is, you know, the things, but this card puts me someplace.
Well, it's what the artist has done and put us into the cards.
Oh yeah, for sure, all of them. But I love the depiction, the ship with the light, and you can find it if you need to, if you try, if you know, and then of course whatever card you get on the other side, you know, I do the ghosty thing, and yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The coloration does not, the cameras don't do it justice. They really don't.
No.
There's depth to the water, there's depth to the sky and the light on the water. Yeah. Beautiful.
It's a good point, Jamie. I think you could just say that every card in this deck has been painted with so much care and color consideration. There's not one card that clashes, and even if you lay them out in a big spread, they all sit beautifully with one another. Greens and browns against with
gorgeous.
Blue. Yeah, it's just phenomenal.
The first time I did a spread and I laid these out, I actually took pictures and I sent them to different divination friends that I have that aren't in the YouTube world, that are local, and it's like, look at these. Look at these. Yeah.
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Tony. Thank you.
Hi, Tony.
And this just in, Jonathan just discovered that there's a mini version. Jonathan, purchase responsibly. Well, you can't purchase them right now because there's a short
unless you
break.
find it on eBay or something.
Yeah, and don't do that. So, okay. Anything else you want to talk about that Ten of Swords? It is a beautiful card. And let me tell you, this card has shown up in some readings, and it blends. It helps to make the connection between the cards easier to see.
Yeah.
So, all right. I have the Hierophant.
Oh, so do I.
I like this Hierophant.
Yeah.
Because it has, I like the keys in the Hierophant. I like the fact that there is a book, and the book is offering us, because books are doorways into other worlds. And I think that's what the Hierophant is supposed to do. Helps to connect us to have our own experiences. What do you want to say about that, Jamie?
The ghosting of the bird above.
Yes. Yep.
It's just beautiful. All the elements that you glance at the card and you don't see. And then you go back and you look, or you've looked at it and you're like, meh. And then you come back and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't see that.
Yep. And what you know, a lot of people struggle with the Hierophant because of the religious aspects and their association. This doesn't have blatant religious aspects for it.
Yeah.
So I think it's really quite lovely. So Robyn, well done. Kristen Louise is here. Hello. And Beth said the Hierophant reminds me of the Jamie Sawyer. So yeah, what a gorgeous depiction of the Hierophant. I've not been much a fan of that card, but I do like that one a lot. Yep. Yep. Ritchie?
Well, I'm going for the Five of Swords. Now, before I show it, I should just mention that all the cards that I'm pulling out that I'm enjoying are the ones that I would normally class as quite negative. So Five of Swords, Two of Swords, all those ones, the Five of Wands, those ones can often have a negative connotation. And I think it speaks volumes again about this deck, is that I feel I can use it in any situation, and people are not going to be terrified if the Tower card turns up, or it's a very gentle deck. And quite often there's times in our lives when we need that gentleness, where we don't want to be confronted with something frightening and horrendous. And it just covers that ground by being kind of psychologically dark, but without presenting. I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. And I think this Five of Swords really sums it up, because it's really simple when you think about it. It's a patch of earth, a bit of dirt, with a victory cup standing on it. And I just think you won. And to me, I would say, yeah, congratulations, you've won, but at what cost? Look what you've done to the nature. Look what you've done to the environment. And, I have to say, it makes me very sad, because this card reminds me a lot about what's going on in the world at the moment, in conflict, environmental things. you know, you've got your little cup, congratulations, but look what has happened in the process of getting it.
Mm-hmm. I agree. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Hi, Heather. Hi, Viviani. You're up, Jamie.
Okay. So mine would be...
Okay, I'm going to press pause for a second, because what Jamie is actually doing is what happens with me when I pull out this deck to shuffle it. I get drawn into the card and I just float away. It's like, oh.
I was gone for a minute.
Oh. So, okay, go ahead.
The Two of Wands.
Yeah.
Also in my
So
pile.
you have this big expanse, right? And I like this because it boils it down. You know, change your perspective, narrow your focus on one thing or just a small amount of information coming in instead of this huge, big expanse. Narrow it down, change your focus. I love this.
Yes. I love it's a portal. Yeah, it's a huge focus.
It's the keyhole. This is what I like, right? The keyhole.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
I love that.
Makes me happy.
It's a very brave image, actually, because if you were creating something with a beautiful landscape, you wouldn't want to go and put a huge black circle in the middle of it, would you? So it's incredibly brave of the artist.
Very daring.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you know, as when I look at this card, I see myself doing the same thing. I am really positioned in that card, so that's great. I'm going to finish with my my majors. I like the Wheel of Fortune. I am a fan of a labyrinth. Whether this is, I think this is a labyrinth and not a maze, but either way, I like it. It's a great retelling of the image. So,
yeah.
And here you go. Portal, keyhole, dang. You guys just said the magic words for me. So, and very good point, Ritchie. Courageous artistically. And Wayne Rich is here. Hi, Wayne. Thank you. Wayne is work lurking. So, and so yeah. Okay, Ritchie.
Right, I'm going for the Six of Wands, and this again struck me as a very interesting take on a victorious stance or being successful at what you do. And yeah, it took me a little while again to realize what the image was about, but as you can see, it's a group of people taking photos. Their flashes are going off and they are aimed straight at you, so you are being paparazzied for whatever it is that you've done. But the interesting thing about this, and I don't know whether it was an actual choice, obviously the colors were choice, those colors make me feel a little bit uncomfortable. They're blood red and quite golden. You haven't got the bright flash of it, and it ties in very nicely with the devil card that's in here as well. So it's got the same vibe that goes on there. And I think being confronted with that wall of paparazzi that we often see a lot of people doing, it's just a terrifying notion of congratulations, you've been, oh, thank you, Jamie. Congratulations, you've won. You've got the recognition for it. Hope it sits well, you know, and I just find that really fascinating. And also the fact that the writing in here on the titles are, you know, it's halfway up the card. Really nice touch is that they're not always at the bottom of the image.
So I had these two together, and my vision or my imagination was, there you go.
Yeah.
Blowing in the hand of.
Yeah. It's almost be careful of what you wish for, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, and Beth says, I think it's a reminder of an overactive ego, Rich.
Sure.
And because there comes with that success and that recognition, it can be very uncomfortable.
Yes.
So.
Yes. It's not a comfortable card. It's not the nice riding in on a horse and having crowds cheering you. It's got a slight thorn in it, this one. Yeah.
And Jane said, this reminds me of the Spacious Tarot in the way it pulls you into the card.
Yeah. So. I have to be back in 1 second. I'll be back.
Okay. Take 5 seconds. It's okay. All right. Jaime, what do you have?
I don't know what to pick from the stack.
Either
We're gonna
pick
go
one,
with...
or I can put the word moist up again.
Oh, go for it.
Here we go. There we go. Welcome. Today's video is sponsored by the word moist. Everyone say it with me. Moist. 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 There you go.
Lord. Okay. Please pull.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Here's a new word for you, Gerald. Repetitive.
Repetitive. Thank you, Beth.
There you go. Okay.
If you could see my face, because he can see my face. When
and I can see the gestures.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, which card would you like me to pull?
The 5 of Cups, please.
Oh, the one that is in my card stack?
This one here as well is on my pile.
Yeah, I just love this, you know. Gosh, I think the thing that I mean, how am I going to say this? For here, like here in where I live, everything changes within 10 minutes. Okay. The weather changes within 10 minutes. If it's this for you and how you feel, hang on, it's going to change. Right.
Yeah.
And everything is going to be washed away and you're starting out, just go fresh. Right.
Yes.
But I like that this card is depicted in a different way than the norm.
Yes.
And it makes me very happy because I see more. I see more in this card than in a typical 5 of Cups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nancy said lovely. And Beth said that is a beautiful card, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, purchase responsibly when the deck is not, when the Etsy store is not on a short break.
Yeah.
I like the fact that you know that scene when the sun clears, as the rain clears, the sun, you know it's going to be a beautiful view out that window.
Mm-hmm.
But at the moment, you just can't see it.
Because right after this is when the sun comes out, when we have rainbows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is a powerful card as well.
Yeah, it's the you're in the shit right now, but look for the window to clear, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Well, let's we're gonna go with the 4 of Cups.
Oh, good choice.
It's a pretty card.
It's a very pretty card, and look at it. It's like, okay. It is us shielding, but it's and keeping us away from seeing all of the colors. Part of it is we are making a choice about seeing the world in grayscale rather than seeing it in full color. I love that. I think it's great.
I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. And Harley said that's one reason they say that rain on a wedding day is good. It brings clearance and sunshine right afterwards. Very good point.
Mm-hmm.
Very good point.
Yeah.
All right, Ritchie.
8 of Cups.
Oh, damn it. That was my next one.
Oh.
You got the ace. Or 8, Gerald. You got the ace up. You got your otter out.
You
Sorry. I've pronounced it out.
got your otter out?
It's got his otter out.
What? Thank God there's no beaver
to the
card.
Long Stash After Show. Get your otter out.
Put your otter away, Gerald. It's the 8 of Cups.
Yep.
Right. Okay. I love it. I love this card because again, it has the same vibe as the standard RWS. Sorry, I'm looking down at it because it's got light on my desk. I can see it a bit better. Beautiful colours. I'm just going to say that. Blues,
recollect
greens.
himself.
Yeah, he's got to collect himself, you know, and we'll just put this up there. Kaylee is saying utter.
No.
Says the person registering cows.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're cutting that final thread that's going to part it. And that, for me, so much more powerful than sometimes the image of, you know, getting your cups lined up and then making an exit out the back of the card under a moon. This is very much more, I've decided to make this cut. I've decided to make this. And look at the powerful energy that is hanging around.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I love how the energy down here is gray and we have it up here in blue. So the coloration, Robyn, you know, she understands color.
Yeah, I'm going to take care of myself and I'm going to sever this. And it took me a lot. You can see I frayed and frayed and frayed, and I am finally to the point where it's the cut.
It's active energy. I'm making that change rather than sneaking away or pretending it's all that way. Yeah. Powerful.
Yeah. Very, very powerful. Yep. All right, Jaime.
So the life force energy card.
Ooh.
And of course, for me, it's being with my background and stuff, it's the trees, and then it's the web. I said the web of weird, and it's not WEIRD, it's WY, but the web of weird this is just an everything card for me. And yes, I wrote on it. You can't see, but I did number mine as well. A little bit more tastefully than our host, but you know.
Reading me to filth. The library is open, people.
I have my glasses on. Anyway, this card, I'm not even sure that I have really good words for this, but I know that when I saw this card, I mean, there's a little chipmunk in there. There's the water, the trees, the web, the lighting. I think I actually gasped when I saw this card the first time.
Yeah.
Because I did not expect it. I legit, and this is not knocking Gerald. I legit forgot everything I knew about this deck until it was in my hands. And then I was like, oh, I remember why.
Yeah.
Just
I want to answer this right now for Harley. Is it okay if a card's meaning differs amongst readers?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, Harley, I read my cards the way I want to read my cards. I don't care what, I mean, and I mean this respectfully. I don't care what Gerald does. I don't care what Ritchie does. Right. If he sees the life force card or the 5 of cups or whatever,
and what's wonderful about that, Harley, is one of the reasons I like doing a deck casual is to find out what cards people like and cards that people need help understanding, because I benefit from it as well. So I'm glad you're here for that. And you're getting a lot of support. That it's definitely, it's intuitive and it's what it means for you. So absolutely.
And that's why it's great to see all these different cards, different creators, because as you're probably picking up from the 3 of us here, we love this deck and we would use it because it is so intuitive, because it does really resonate.
And I've met readers that are very by the book.
Yeah.
That they are very rider weight or whatever. They're very by the book. There are some readers that I know that are tithy toth people, but they will use a rider weight, but they will apply their thought process, right? And then there are very intuitive readers. So I mean, have a blast is what I say.
And I want to add, Beth says, I think it's good to read books and know how the foundation of meaning, but ultimately the creators and their views. Yep. And here I will toast to that. That's a good one.
Chin chin.
Checkers.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Foundation is fantastic.
Yes. I have the Three of Swords.
Nice.
Because the Three of Swords is one of those cards that I usually look at. And I appreciate the fact that this is a different interpretation in the sense, or visually, it conveys the same meaning differently than the sword stabbing a heart.
Mm-hmm.
And because this is what it feels like.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
I think it's well done. So
Yeah.
Robyn V, if you're watching this, well done. So like that. Okay. Ritchie.
Right. So we've mentioned a few times about perhaps doing a series about the smells that come with a tarot card and the olfactory senses that you can. And we've never quite got around to organising this, but I promise we will do it at some point. But I'm just going to pull on a card again that I'm not always a fan of, but I'm going the High Priestess. Because to me, not only is this card full of scent, it's a kind of, you can put yourself in that card immediately, and I'm already relaxed. I'm already in that spa. I'm already feeling the temperature and feeling the air and the however spice the air is with it. You want to go into that pool of knowledge. You want to pull those two curtains apart. You want to sit there and read that scroll, but also that wonderful doorway, which has got orbs around it, that's inviting you. Once you're ready, once you're relaxed, once you've got your head and your body into that state, then it's time to cross over that threshold and continue the journey onwards. And I just love the fact that the moon is just above that door. It's just wonderful. It makes me very happy, this card. And I don't have to work hard with this card. It's there. Often the High Priestess really makes me have to work as a reader. But this one, I'm there with her, and I want to be every part of that journey.
Great.
And I, like you said, I like the doorway within the doorways within the doorways. I also appreciate how the High Priestess is light out.
Yes.
So these are, there's still hidden things in the High Priestess. However, you can have hidden things in the full light of day. And Kaylee says that looks like my dream place.
Absolutely. Mine too.
Yeah. So, all right, Jaime.
So we're talking about sensing and smell, and I can feel damp and not moist. The damp and the smell of a basement and the whole everything.
I knew you were going to pick that one.
Yeah. This is the Hermit.
Take your light and lead me out. It's a climb.
Yep. This is one that I did not actually put in my deck or in my selection. It's usually one I look at it, but I'm looking, there's so many other ones. So, and
interesting.
I have the Two of Cups. I mean, this is sweet. There is a moment in time which many of us have experienced that this is giving us the reminders of that. And I like how the energy is all around that, the sparkles. Hi, Queen Kaylin. So I like that. Ritchie, you're up.
Well, just for aesthetics, the moon card, I have to say, if I could paint or wear those colors permanently, that blue, that white, that purple, and that dark, they're my colors, absolute. And I appreciate the fact that we have stripped away all the symbology of the moon card. We're in a forest, and it is a little bit scary. The owl is there, the center of the focus against the moon. You can get that sense of slight eeriness, of a little bit of, okay, what's going on? The moon's bright, the moon is lighting the way, but there's things, that something's moving out the corner of your eye in this card. And I like that sense of, okay, the moon is bright, the moon is there, it's illuminating, but what is it illuminating? And are you actually seeing it decently and properly? And I love this card. If I could have it framed, I would put it on my wall because I love the colors of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you've ever been walking anywhere at night and you're cruising along and all of a sudden you hear the hoo-hoo of an owl, it gives you pause.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love it. OM Goddess, a wolf and an owl.
Yes.
Yep. And Liberal Linda says, I'm with you, Ritchie. Love those colors. I love owls and the moon as well. So that card's the one for me.
And again, it's done just on the right. It could have got cheesy. It could have turned into a t-shirt design. Do you know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a nasty way, but it could have gone over the top, and it's just beautifully executed again with the energy of the rest of the deck.
There's a good phrasing for it. The purple makes it so nocturnally peaceful.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. All right. We are just over an hour. How many more do you have? Because we are doing part 2.
2 good, 1 bad.
Okay.
I've got a bad one. Not a bad one. One I'm
struggling with.
One I'm workshopping at the moment.
Workshopping. Okay. Okay.
Do you want me to go with that one?
Well, Jamie's up.
Jamie, apologies. I'm not following the rules of this.
There are no rules.
I'm just keep looking at the pictures.
This card actually brings me a lot of joy, even though, you know, it's the perspective card. It's the hanged man, whatever, the hanged one, the everything. So last summer we went on a balloon ride, and not to freak anybody out, but it can change your perspective depending on what occurs. And it was a little bit of a changing day. But I get that feeling from life experience when I see this card.
Yeah.
Just based on the imagery, that's all.
Yep. My favorite card in any tarot deck is the 2 of Pentacles. And why are you shaking your head, Jamie?
Because that's the one card that is
I think I know why you don't like it.
Okay. So I like this card because it does remind us of the juggling that has to happen. So, Jamie, why don't you like this card?
Because if you're just zooming, right? I see 3 before I see 2.
I understand that. Yes, because it took me a second, because I think I was with you and I'm looking, well, I'm looking at my usual cards.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like going, wait a minute. Well, there's 3. What do they call these? Batons?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like going, wait a minute. Oh, okay. So,
yeah, I see the 2 pentacles. It didn't matter. It's what draws my eye is the 3.
Mm-hmm.
And so if that's my only complaint about this deck, I think I'm fine.
Yes, I would agree with you.
No, I'm with you. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you have any? I mean, okay. So go ahead, Ritchie, with the one
this is one that I'm workshopping.
You're workshopping,
and I'm afraid it's the Emperor card.
I am also workshopping that one, Ritchie.
Oh, we're both now. The first time I saw the Empress card, I was a bit like, oh, okay. And I'm not a fan of things like this kind of, but I got the Elephant card. I get what the message is about, you know, the lion running the pack. Is it pack? What they call them of lions? You know what?
Pride.
Pride. Thank you. I get that. Now, I don't want to put people off, but then I saw the cross there, the Egyptian cross, the egg, and I thought, oh, has Cleopatra been eaten by a lion? It was I went down that road, and it was a bit like, I don't understand quite why the lion's holding the ankh, and it little bit jars with me. The rest of the deck doesn't. That just jars a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see the male lion back there?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. That's how the card changed for me.
Ah,
So this is a lioness, or
a lioness or a lion then?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
And what's the silver ball then?
That's an orb. I was reading the.
Oh, I see.
As I was workshopping it, I was doing it, and we can ask Robyn.
Absolutely, it intrigues me.
Yes,
but I'm not. I don't think. For me, it just breaks how the rest of the deck is. Not that I hate it, but I'm a bit like, oh, it's the Emperor card.
We have some people who do like it. Beth likes it.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Michelle Marie likes it. Hello, Michelle Marie. Hi, Jonathan, who's probably watching. So, anything else you wanted to share about the Emperor, Jamie?
No, I do like in the book where she takes all of the symbols that are in that card and she tells you exactly why she put them there, because there are a lot of tarot creators that they do something different with a card and then they leave you hanging and you're like, okay, but this card means it's very confusing to me.
Yeah.
There is no hanging whatsoever about why the creator has done what they've done.
Which is enjoyable to me.
There, I said it. So, the one card that I workshopped and I am better with it today is the 8 of Pentacles, and because I'm like, what?
There I am.
There's Jamie. Yes. Well, and what I did was in reading the book or in the little white book, I'm like, okay, I get it. Because it's a part of the evolution, and you start with small black and white, and then you move up, and it's a service dog. So again, this is that beautiful layering that that comes through. So yeah. So, Ritchie, do you have anything else?
I want to save the rest for next time.
Okay. And
I have one more.
Okay, go ahead.
The 10 of Pentacles.
Yes.
The sparkle, the glow, the abundance, the hand, the everything. I just think it's really, really pretty.
It's glorious.
And I really have no other reason than it's really, really pretty to me. Certain people give me a hard time because I am the unicorn of color. I like bright and shiny and whatever draws the eye to go, ooh. That's what this does.
Yeah. I love that. Go ahead, Ritchie.
I was going to say, it's quite interesting that we haven't picked any court cards out at all.
Well, I was thinking about that too, and I think talking about the court cards next time with Robyn would be a great idea.
Because they are their own wonderful.
That's why I didn't.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't. I was very purposeful in that, but that's why I didn't.
Yes, Tony, that is exactly why we're doing a deck that's where the store is on break. We did that just for you. The three of us.
You did sarcasm? Did you feel that?
Yeah, I felt it. I felt it right back here. Like with Lime.
Yeah.
So. And that 10 of Pentacles seems to emphasize the closeness of family, chosen or genetic ancestry over material inheritance.
Absolutely. Well, because it's chosen family for sure.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. It's delightful. It's yeah.
Yeah. And you're right, Michelle Marie. The lions associated with the goddess Sekhmet, protector of pharaohs and a warrior. Absolutely. And
look at her laughing.
So and by the way, I just have to say I've been using this deck for readings, and it has been wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, do you remember, Gerald? I think it was a long stash. I can't remember. We were doing a reading for it. And because there's so many feathers in this deck, do you remember I was talking about something to do with birds, and I can't remember who we were reading for. They just said, I've just gone and rescued 2 birds or something from
That's
Remember.
Linda Day Gonzalez, who I
Yes,
will be a
that's right.
guest on her channel, and she still has Gerald and Ritchie.
The two birds.
Yes, the two birds.
And yeah, because I got 2 cards with feathers and birds on them, and I was like, let's go with this one. And she said, yeah, I'm just adopting them.
You want to know? You want to know something else that you will notice? So we have a friend, a friend in common, that has a problem with feet. I'm not going to call the friend out, but the friend has a problem with feet, and until that friend pointed that problem out, I didn't see. So now it's like the new car. You know, you see the feet everywhere, everywhere. Feet.
Yeah.
And yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to encourage everyone, please join us next week for the Tarot of Oneness Deck Casual Part 2 with Robyn joining us.
Fabulous.
And I think we'll probably spend about an hour gushing because it's quite lovely. So Ritchie and I will be on Friday for Long Stash reading.
And I'll be using this deck as well.
I will probably be using the deck as well. So, but anything else?
No, thank you. It was delightful.
It was delightful.
And I'm very calm and relaxed by looking at these pictures.
Yes. Well, and yeah, Jaime and I are back at the top of the hour for Back and Forth with Jaime and Gerald, where we're doing more of the cards. Pull there, the questions. So Gerald, you can ask Robyn about ask Robyn about the 2 of Pentacles. Yes.
We will.
So, and I hope she doesn't feel like we're ganging up on her, because we're not. I mean,
no, I think that if she watches this, she'll know that we're not ganging up on her.
Oh my God, no. Yes. And oh, here you go. Take a break, part 2. So, all right. You're welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. We will see you the next time. So, everyone, have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.